Hi, I am Eleanor Fox. I am happy to wish Concurrence a happy 20th anniversary. And since this is a time for reflection on evolution of antitrust law, I want to say something about evolution and revolution in US competition law. So really quickly, way back, our law was passed in 1890 and beefed up in 1950, and in the 1960s became very strong with a big sentiment in favor of diversity and the little guy, access, and against concentration. Then we had the Reagan Revolution in the early 1980s, which brought in economics. And many weren't quite aware at the time it was bringing in a libertarian bent of economics. That became very clear in 2004, the anniversary of Concurrence, with our case, Supreme Court case, Trinko. Of course, there were evidences of it before, but that was a real turning point, so that our law, US, became quite laissez-faire, very, very respectful of what business does, and not too concerned about exclusions and entry conditions if a sufficient number of firms were in the market, and they could have been all big firms. And then a really interesting thing happened about, say, 8 years ago, when people began to notice that our law was so conservative and that the libertarian bent on economics was not the only way to think about efficiency. And the Neo-Brandeis movement came alive to say antitrust law really has not been helping anyone but the elites. We've got to be tough against concentration, tough against helping the smaller guy enter the market on his or her merits. And economics, not libertarian economics, but economics is important and efficiency isn't everything. So this is where we are today, in this very interesting inflection point, debating, are we in a revolution? Will the law change? Will the rhetoric, which is coming from rhetoric of Biden administration enforcers, be translated somehow into law?